What's up, gang? Here's the warm-up for the week of April 29th. Starts on Thursday, just kind of like we've been doing on the skill days. We're just going to begin here with a little bit of a neck roll. Just roll each direction maybe 5 to 10 times. Just kind of take some of the tension out of the shoulders and your neck. Get ready for the day. Switch directions. Get some shoulder rolls next. Don't have to go for speed, just look for good full range of motion. Try and make these the smoothest, largest kind of circles that you can around the shoulder. Switch directions. Got a little click going on in there. You may notice that kind of stuff happens from day to day. Try and watch trends rather than get too attached to any one day, but if you do have that kind of stuff, it could be normal, it could be a sign, I don't know, just pay attention to it, and we'll assess as you go. Now let's get some arm circles. I want you to start off nice and slow, and then as it feels good, kind of let things speed up, let go of the tension in the arm, and just rely on a little bit of the rest of the body to carry you around, and then we'll go the other direction. Nice controlled circles. Boom. Both arms, both directions. Few controlled. Just getting a little bit more loose with it. Switch directions. Nice. Let's go side to side. Don't have this written up there originally, but good to kind of open up the shoulders a little bit. I like to have the thumbs leading, so as I go out, the palms are up. As I go across, my palms are down. And I switch arms each time when I cross. Nice. Let's get some of the inflatable man rotations. I have a tennis ball for later, but we're going to reach outside your foot. Just kind of drag your hands along, arch, and then we'll drag it to the other side. We're just going to go back and forth. Let's get about 5 each way. Take your time. Let some big breaths come out. Try and release any tension held through the torso. Or I should say, any unneeded, unnecessary. Don't want to fully relax. Hopefully you didn't just eat lunch. Nice. After that, let's get down into a squat. Just gonna bounce down here. Classic, every day. A lot of you have discovered, or maybe watching Coach Butters, if you need to pop something underneath your heel, like a stick of PVC or some of the bumpers or plates, go for it. You want to be able to go as deep as you can into this squatting position, something that's very passive, something where you're kind of like relaxed. And then if we can add some bouncing on top of that. But first and foremost, you want to be able to get to a very deep, passive, pain-free squat. So if, like I said, elevating the heels helps you achieve that, that's where you want to be. Shout out to Brian De La Torre. We were talking the other day, as soon as we put something underneath his heels, looked like he was getting a whole lot more out of it. Like I said, I want to embrace or encourage all of you to do the same thing. Nice. After some of those, I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can kind of see what's going on. I'm going to move this around just a little bit. Zoom up on that tennis ball. Whoa! We're just down on the ground. Hopefully you can still see me. Most of you, anyone who's been here for a while, has done these before, doing some 90-90 rotations. Whoo! Feel the hips from the deadlifts and the shrimp squats or shrimp pistols yesterday. Hello. Back and forth. As you do this, I'm going to do my best to demonstrate a good example. When we rotate, think about trying to keep a pretty even speed and tempo about your knees and your hips. So it's just one steady, controlled transition as best you can. If you want to try and drop your chest or your torso over, use your hands for help as needed, but it's a little bit more challenging to go hands-free. You'll notice one side might be more challenging than the other. Try and assess why that might be. Make the needed adjustments. Let's go about 5 to 6 times each direction. Nice. Then we're going to do some back roll to straddles. We've done these many times in the past, but I like to put my hands right at the side. I'm going to roll back and try and touch the ground or get as close to the ground as I can with my feet. And as I roll forward, I'm going to straddle my feet and reach. Again, trying to make these very active in the sense that I'm actively reaching and not just using too much momentum to throw myself forward, but just going back and forth. 5 times. Nice. After we get about 5 of those, I want you to find your tennis ball. So sitting in the widest straddle position you feel comfortable, try and be nice and upright. We're just going to get about 100 bounces on your right hand. So you can go as fast or as slow as you want. Basically, coach's decision on when we move on. But, you know, over the course of about 30 to 60 seconds, we're trying to log about 100 bounces here. You may want to get used to doing this with the other hand free, but if it helps you to put it down for balance in the beginning, go for it. After we get 100 on your dominant side, let's try 100 on your non-dominant side. You're going to notice most likely that it's more challenging on the second one, but you'll get better very quickly throughout the week. Find some dead spots in the floor. Hopefully your tennis ball is pretty bouncy, but if not, you just got to bounce it harder, right? You should just pass out a bunch of rocks. After you get 100 each hand, let's do it alternating. This can be fast, it can be slow. If you mess up and the ball shoots across the room, no worries. Just politely ask your neighbor to toss it back, or just hop up and go grab it, and then get right back to work. Focus on doing these. Try not to let your mind drift. Turn off Apple Watch notifications. 100 of them, somewhere in there. Okay, after that, we're gonna hop up. And just like last week, we're gonna put 3 minutes on the timer. We're still gonna be doing some dribbling with the feet, but this time, I want you to, if you can, start to incorporate, or in between, I want you to dribble with your hands. So the most basic form here would be dribble, catch, drop, kick. Dribble, catch, drop, kick. Same thing on the other side. Dribble, catch, drop, kick. If you can start to get to the point where you don't have to catch it, you can dribble it. Whenever you can incorporate your other foot or a foot, do it. Same thing, switch hands whenever you can. And just like last week, the goal is to keep it moving for 3 minutes, and we'll give you increasing levels of complexity, but basically just finding a way to keep the game going. Anytime your hips start to get tired, definitely can rotate back into the hands. Whoop. But the idea, like I said, is to keep the game going. Ideally, you get 3 minutes without having to really stop the action, and try and utilize both hands, both feet, with good switching and regularity there, and just engage the whole body. Again, really helps with centering your focus. Even for these 3 minutes, it's hard to think about much else. It's hard to talk and do it at the same time. I'll tell you what, But, you know, get engaged, really go after it. Like I said, feel free to make it as simple or as complex as is appropriate for your level with it. And, you know, have some fun with it, work some of the coordination, get the hips going, and maybe we'll dish a few more challenging or complex ideas throughout the week. But it's gonna get you moving, got me breathing a little bit, and should be ready for the workout now. Enjoy.